near a lake, which is lovely, but icy cold all year round. Waterfalls? There are some nice waterfalls to the southeast of town. They fill near a lake, which is lovely. Oh, yeah, okay, you mentioned that. Town. This town used to be a thriving city before the brigands drove most of the people off. Oh, you can ask about the various places.
Oh, nice.
The magic shop. I don't know much about magic, but the woman who runs that place scares me. Okay. Dry goods? Casper at the store would like to be an adventurer, or so he says. He spends too much time drinking and not enough doing, I think. Okay.
I think that's a dreaming, but probably
Tavern.
drinking too.
I have never liked that place. The bartender smiles all the time, but he is not very friendly. Crusher lives up to his name. He is nasty, even for a goon. What's a goon? A goon is a lot like an ogre, not as tough, but a little smarter. The sheriff's Otto and Crusher at the tavern are both goons. Okay. So, what about the bakery? I think the bakery is almost always closed now. The baker tries to stay away from his wife. What about the butcher? I don't think the butcher shop is open much anymore either. Farmer's market? The farmer's mart is run by the Centaurs, Heinrich Pfefferdereden and his daughter Hilde. What's a centaur? There are not too many centaurs in this land. Heinrich and Hilde are good people.
Doesn't answer a question.
Yeah, but centaurs are basically horsemen. Horse people. So that's fun. Alright, so yeah, what about you, Schultz Meisterson? Schultz Meisterson and I have been friends for a long time. He too was once a real adventurer. Now he's just the sheriff of this town. What about Otto? I like Otto, even if he is a goon. Schultz has him almost trained. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you can ask more? Goon, you mentioned that. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Nice talking to you there, buddy. Have a good day. Alright, so we looked at everything in the Adventure Hall, we signed our name, and we talked to the old man there. Wolfgang. Let's go in the magic shop, considering we can't talk to the old lady.
It is the magic shop.
Yeah. Well, the eye looks pretty magical.
It's creepy.
Oh, this looks neat. Hello. The floor is almost completely covered by a strange symbol. Burning incense fills the room with a strange fiery scent. An ancient balance scale. Zara thinks it will help maintain her sense of balance. You see a wide variety of arcane objects. For example, scrolls covered with mysterious symbols and arcane incantations. For example, a toaster oven, very rarely used. Electricity hasn't been invented yet. Crystal balls, useful only to those initiated in the ways of witches. Bottles of mephistic potions.
I know what that is.
Books dealing with sorcery, necromancy, and other occult subjects. Dried mantrate jerky. A balance scale. Zara uses it to measure powders and to maintain the magical balance. A hooded robe for when it rains in here. Tinsel and chaff, very good for avoiding radar. And that's repeating. Okay. It looks like a sculpture of some weird bat-winged creature. You see what? Oh wait, we already looked at that. You feel like you're floating on air. The eerie, strange globe radiates with an eerie light. It's a blue bottle of blue bottle flies. Round jar of crushed cockroach essence.
Oh.
It's a bowl of pretty little fish.
What?
The jar is filled with a corrosive-looking green substance. The coals are glowing. A pentagram used in incantations to conjure spirits. Well, let's walk around. Hello? Is anyone here?
What about the fish?
Ah, it's moving!
What? Why?
Hello?
I am Zara, and my companion is what is that?
Damiano.
Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic.
She's got pointy ears.
She does.
She must be an elf.
She could be.
She's got a gold pendant, and she's got cleavage!
Woo!
Woo, cleavage!
Boobs.
The bat-winged creature must be some sort of familiar. There is an uncanny look in its eyes, and you don't want to look at it too closely. It is clearly magical. Zara has a mysterious, unearthly look to her, and you have a feeling that she is not a person to trifle with. Can we touch him? Whether it's because that thing is too far to reach, has sharp, nasty claws and wicked teeth, or because it glares at you, you decide you better not touch it. Can we touch Zara? It's a good thing you can't get close to Zara. With her electrifying personality, the results could be shocking. Can we talk to the guy? He's not familiar enough with you to want to chat. Ah ha 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 ha. Alright, let's talk to Zara. Hi, Zara.
I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop.
Okay. So what's a fairy folk?
We are a people of power and magic, and live in the forest far beyond the mountains to the west.
Oh, that's cool. What about power?
Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by.
Okay, that sounds cool. Alright, so tell me about your little buddy there.
Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic.
Oh, that's nice.
The familiar is a creature of magical abilities which has been summoned to serve the wizard.
Okay.
The summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell and can be cast but once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives.
Aww.
The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, although you cannot always judge power by a familiar shape.
Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so tell us about magic.
If you have the skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls.
Cool.
Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become.
Oh, that sounds good. Alright, so what is this initiation deal?
When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy of accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become a full wizard.
Oh, she was gonna mention more there, hold on.
There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero.
Oh, okay. So, what's this about being a wizard?
A wizard is one who both shapes magic and is shaped by it. Erasmus and I are the only wizards in this valley.
Oh, okay. Who's Erasmus?
Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called
Zauberberg.
Okay. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor.
Hmm. Okay. What is this power potion?
The power potion restores your magical energy. It costs 75 silver.
Ouch, that's a lot of money. Alright, so tell us about this journey.
There are many entrances to the halls of magical mystery in the south. After you have gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south.
Okay.
If you are indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls.
Okay. I want to be a hero.
Master the arts arcane, use those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Alright, so what's going on with Spielberg?
There is much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town, and a good deal of magic in this valley.
Okay. So tell us about the town.
There is an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places.
Really? What is this aura?
An aura is a spell of protection surrounding something. The town is still protected by the aura cast by the great spellcaster Arana.
Who's Arana?
Arana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now, her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic.
Oh, that's good.
Her final resting place is due north of town, and it is a place of both safety and healing. It is known as Arana's Peace.
That sounds nice. Okay, so let's ask about the valley.
There is much power in this valley, and it attracts those who use magic. I am here. Erasmus has his house in Zauberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. What's that mean?
Has her hut cooped up?
Is it like a chicken joke?
Maybe.
The chicken joke.
So, tell me about Erasmus again? Oh, wait, we already did that. Strange sense of humor.
Yep.
Alright, Baba Yaga?
She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed the Baron von Spielberg when he tried to drive her away.
Oh, okay. So what is this hut she has?
Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on chicken legs, and you must know the rhyme to enter.
Oh, okay. What's the rhyme?
I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore do not know the rhyme.
Okay. Alright, so what's this curse?
This is Baba Yaga's curse cast upon the Baron years ago. Upon Baron Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows about this.
Okay. So we should talk to him. Alright, so what about the Baron?
He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anger Baba.
Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much all we can ask about right now. Let's, see if we can buy anything. Yeah, we can buy stuff. We can buy, looks like, 1, 2, 3 different potions. Or a spell. We actually don't have any spells right now. We should buy a spell. We could buy a fetch spell.
What does that do?
That, like, reaches out and grabs something for you.
Okay.
Or we can buy an open spell that opens up a locked door.
Okay.
We already have lockpicks.
Yeah, what about the flame spell?
Flame spell's too expensive.
Oh.
Flame basically makes a little fireball shoot out.
Okay. So
well, we already know how to open things.
Yeah.
Why don't we get the fetch spell?
Okay.
Alright, we'll get the fetch spell. As you read the spell scroll, the spell is ingrained in your mind.
Woo!
Your spells don't seem to work here. Well, we now at least have a spell. So there we go.
Bye, Zara!
Bye! Poof! Alright, so there you go. Zara's alright.
Still creepy.
Just a little bit. Alright, so the volume should be fine. Okay, so there we go. We talked to Zara. I guess we could explore the rest of the town. It still seems to be, during the day, so that should be okay. Let's go over to this other area of town. How much money do we have left after getting that spell? Alright, my spells don't work here. Let's see. We have 7 silver pieces. We've got enough to stay the night. It was worth it to get a spell. Spells are important.
How do we get more money? Oh, who's she? She's pretty.
You can smell apples as you approach this corner.
Good day, and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some of my nice fresh fruits and vegetables? She also looks elvish.
You can see a charming young centaur with the upper torso of a teenager and the body of a filly, a young horse. There are a variety of vegetables for sale, and the shopkeeper is a centaur. Scales are used to weigh the vegetables. Yeah, can we touch her?
My father won't let me date strangers.
Aww. And there's a parody game called Quest for Glory 1.5.
Yeah.
And it's like adult-oriented, and you can have sex with her on the first date. Pretty hilarious. Anyway, let's talk to her. Nothing like that here. Hello.
I am Hilde, daughter of Heinrich. What?
Just go with it.
Defenderin the farmer?
Okay. So, you're farmers then.
My father is a fine farmer. Horrible name.
Your father?
Yeah, not happening.
Your father is Heinrich.
Yes.
So, tell us about your farm.
We have some land to the north of town. It is very big, but we grow many things. You should be here during harvest time. Then you would see many fruits and vegetables.
Oh, okay. So, what about your mother?
My mother has been dead for 3 years now. I still miss her.
Aww. Want to go on a date?
Thank you, but my father thinks I am too young. He would not permit it, but perhaps next year.
It doesn't matter that you're a centaur.
Yeah, we could sort that
We could totally hit that. It's alright. It's alright. Just tell us about the market.
This is where I sell many things from my father's farm.
Okay.
Who wouldn't buy from her? She's got boobs.
And that fine horse boutte. Okay, so tell us about...
We already
Alright, we did. Yeah, the farmer, father, farm, mother. Okay, we asked her about that. Tell us about your vegetables.
We have many kinds of fresh vegetables for sale today. There are carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, and potatoes right from the ground at 5 for a silver. They are very good for you. We also have some apples. Ooh, apples.
Alright. Okay, tell us about your apples.
That was gross. There are still some apples left from last season in the barrel. You may buy 10 for a silver since they are so small.
Oh, I don't think they're that small, baby. Alright, you want to see my carrot?
Carrots are my favorite vegetable. They're so crisp and sweet.
Oh, yeah. Giggity, giggity. So how about them rutabagas?
Rutabagas keep well over the winter months.
Yeah, they taste terrible. Oh, parsnips.
Parsnips can be made into a tasty pie.
I'll take your word for it. Turnips?
Turnips are good if you cook them in stews.
That should give you an idea as to how bad they are. Okay, so tell us about the brigands.
They have twice robbed my father of his money, and they have tried to steal our food during this winter. That is because we farm outside of town.
Oh.
Be careful. The brigands would not dare to try this in town. The sheriff would stop them fast.
Oh, that's good. So what happened with the robbery?
Many robbers ran up to father as he trotted back to town. My father tried to fight, but they hurt him badly. Then they ran away to the southwest.
And what about the sheriff?
Our sheriff is very brave. He told me so himself. And you believe him.
Oh, okay, that's good enough. Let's buy stuff. You want to get apples or vegetables?
Apples.
Apples. Carefully select 10 of the best apples from the barrel and pay Hilde a silver piece. Let's get some vegetables too.
Okay.
You pick out the freshest looking vegetables you can find and pay the lady a silver piece. Alright, now we've got apples and vegetables.
Whoa!
Let's take a look. You have 10 small apples. You have 5 vegetables. Well, that's good. Alright, let's go in the dry goods shop.
What? Oops.
This looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves there are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you coming in. My, you look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of most adventurers before they make it to town. I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see. My items are pretty ordinary, though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all. Well, the clothes look like they fit. Some wooden poles leaning against the wall. Behind the counter are weapons, armor, and such equipment as you would more often find in an adventurer's shop. On the counter on the shelves are assortments of canned goods, honey jars, sewing items, and odds and ends that people in a small town would need. Behind the counter, what? Stove is burning merrily away, making the shop seem almost too warm. Bright sunlight streams in through the open window. The shopkeeper is a small, balding man who wears glasses. He looks as if he can barely lift the book he is reading. Judging from his clothes, he is fairly well-to-do. It's the Matador's red cape recently repaired after he waved it in front of a Minotaur. This is the door to the back storage room. Okay, so let's touch him. You can't do much with that. Aww. Let's talk to him. What's your name? Why, that's me, Caspar. Hello. I'm an adventurer. I always wanted to be an adventurer. I read about them all the time. The book I was just reading is about adventuring. What's this book? Oh, this book. It's about an adventurer who's trying to become a hero. The title is Quest for Glory, A Hero's Death. Ooh, foreshadowing. So tell us about the equipment that you have. Unfortunately, I only have standard weapons and equipment. I carry daggers and chain armor. Maybe someday I'll be able to carry magic ones, though. Daggers, huh? Ah, the use of the dagger is a most skillful art. Actually, this particular weapon is longer than most, but still easily concealable. A bargain at 20 silvers. What about your chain armor? You can really get good protection from my chain mail armor. It's very heavy, though, and I would have to charge you 500 silvers for it.
Ah, it's ridiculous.
Metal armor was very expensive back then.
Well, I know, but can we even get that much money?
Yes.
Okay.
Food. Adventuring rations aren't the tastiest food in the world, but they will keep you healthy and alert as you go along. A pack of 10 rations will cost you just 5 silvers. Okay. What about a flask? It's a very good idea to carry an empty flask or two in case you want to pick up a liquid or something else that needs a container. Our flasks are a bargain at 2 silvers each. Okay. So you heard of the brigands, huh? I don't like to talk about other people behind their backs. Okay. What about the sheriff? The sheriff and Otto protect this town. The sheriff used to be a real adventurer, you know. What about Hilde? Hilde sells fine produce for a reasonable price.
And she's hot.
And she's hot, baby. Alright, let's see if we can buy anything. Alright, we don't have the money. We could get, like, 1 ration. Don't have enough money for daggers or armor. We could get a flask.
What about staying the night somewhere?
Oh, that's right. We're not going to be able to if we buy more stuff. Alright, well then let's get the hell out of here.
Woo!
Woo! Getting the hell out of here!
Hilde! Hi, pretty.
Yo, baby! Yeah. Dry goods. Simple but prosperous-looking general store. Looks like it might provide some staples that would prove useful to a traveler, such as if an adventuring party asks you to join them. The door is bolted. You can see very little through the window. This house is the same color as the sheriff's office around the corner. A white picket fence surrounds a small yard. Okay, well, whatever. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's walk over this way. What's this? The shop seems to be closed, although there are some dried-up cupcakes in the window. There's a sign on the door which says, "Gone Fishing." The bakery shop. Alright, what's this? A butcher shop. Shop seems to be closed. There's a sign on the door which reads, "Gone Fishing."
Apparently they like fishing.
They really do. Building looks old, dark, and a little seedy. The sign above the door depicts a beer stein. The pot appears to be just junk. Looks like the door has been closed for a long time. What is it? Is it a store? The door has been barred and nailed shut. The workshop has long since been abandoned. You can't seem to open the door. It might be locked. It's dark, but there seems to be someone in there. Looks like the door to a tavern. Should we go in the alley or the tavern?
Yeah, whichever.
Let's go in the alley. A grubby place must be an alley. This grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of the town. There are some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Alms! Alms for the poor! A thin man with very patched clothing holds out an empty bowl. It isn't the standard beggar's bowl every beggar is issued when he graduates from accredited beggar school. Can we touch him? Stealing from a beggar is not a heroic action. Silver for the poor, gold for the poor. That's all he says. Want to give him some money?
How much do we have?
We have 5 silver pieces.
Isn't that how much it costs for the night?
It does.
So, do you want to sleep outside or do you want to give the beggar money?
Maybe give food? Thank you. I really like apples. Want some vegetables? Thank you. Hilde's vegetables are always good. Does he want to talk now? Nah, he wants money too. You know what? Fine. Let's give him a little money. Thanks. You know, it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigand started scaring all the trade away. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is not to take up begging. It just doesn't pay. And don't go out at night. Pardon? So, how'd you become a beggar? A beggar gets cash only when others get cash, and nobody's got much money here right now, except maybe the brigands. So you need cash, huh? There's honest work up at the Baron's castle, I hear. But begging's my business. You ever think of getting a job? You can get a job cleaning the stable, I understand. It's great if you want to build up muscles or have a place to spend the night. Hey, solution.
There you go.
But you won't get rich. I'd rather beg myself. Okay. So, tell us your name. My name is Sam. I've lived here for 5 years now, and I think I'll be heading on once the pass clears of snow. There's supposed to be some good begging downs to the south. Nice talking to you. Alms for the poor. Alms. Yeah, no, we still got talking to do. So what's south? Heard Salmaria is a good place to be. It's by the sea. Think I'll head there after this.
That sounds nice.
So, Spielberg, huh? Understand this used to be a great place to be. Traders going in and out, tourists coming and going, perfect begging conditions. Things were starting to dry up about the time I got here, just my luck. The brigands started getting tough. About time I get back to work. Alms for the poor, alms. Aw, man. Can't talk to him anymore. Will you talk to us if we give you more money? Thanks. You know, it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. Alright, maybe we can talk to him more. Yeah, we can talk to him more now. Tell us about the traders. Traders used to stop here on the way south to pick up barrels of some special cider made here by a guy named Amblin. Okay, well, tell us about the tourists. Tourists used to come here regularly for the Spielberg Cider Festival after the cider industry closed. Not much point for the festival without the cider part. Cider, eh? I heard Amblin got scared of the brigands and decided to move away. I still remember the taste of his cider. It was so good. It was called Amblin Entertainment from Spielberg. That sounds good. So tell us about your rotten luck. I have lots of luck. It's just that it's bad. What about the brigands? Rumor has it that someone smart took over. Organized them, trained them, that sort of thing, maybe. Nowadays, no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, the brigands were just pains. Dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up traders outside of town. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. Alright, so tell us about working nighttime. I remember when people used to stroll around town after dark. There's a spell on Spielberg so that it glows at night. Now the only people out late are the thieves. An out-of-town man, you don't dare be out there without a light when the sun goes down. The night's gaunts will get you.
What?
About time to get back to work. Alms for the poor, alms. No! Tell us the rest of it! It used to be a nice place to live, So tell us about these gaunts. Nobody's ever liked to talk what the night gaunts are. I sure don't want to find out. Spell, huh? I've heard talk that some kind of magic keeps things peaceful around here. Folks just don't like fighting in town, except maybe Crusher. Kind of wonder about this alley at times, though. Feels funny, sort of like the spell missed it. It's dark at night, too. What about Crusher? He works at the tavern. He lives up to his name. Thieves, huh? I'm not usually bothered by them, since I don't have much to steal. They are around, though. It's not safe to sleep in the streets at night. Outside you get eaten. Inside you get robbed. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, we have like no money, so...
Yeah, we only have like 2 silver left. What is this? The back wall is one of the best examples of a perpendicular wall that you have ever seen. It reminds you of the time when you thought about climbing Mount Everest. This grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of the town. There are some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Yeah, we already gave you 3 silvers, man. A word of warning to you. Don't trick the dragon's breath. Okay.
Dragon.
Dragon, eh? Let's go inside. The grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt and the bar with sticky beer. Smoke appears to be rising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, 2 gamblers are playing cards. The bartender glares at you as you enter, and so does the ugly goon on the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome.
You should save and then drink the dragon's breath.
I don't think we have enough money for it at this point. Lucky. In the Blood Tavern. Save. Alright, let's take a look around. Windows open, but not much light seems to make it in here. From the size of this ancient oak kegs, you surmise that the drinking of large quantities of beverages is the main pastime in this establishment. There's a mighty unusual keg there. Dragon's breath is the house specialty, and it's Crusher's personal favorite. The fumes hurt your eyes. Some of the finest ale in the valley. Who's this guy? The butcher is wearing a blood-stained apron. He seems to be deeply involved in the game. The baker seems to be deeply involved in the game. They seem to be using old-maid cards, but it looks like these guys aren't playing with a full deck. So this is where the barber has lunch. The guy's had so much time to drink, he looks embalmed. The goon looks really tough and mean. He's not someone you'd want to fight. You see a crumpled piece of paper under the stool.
We should take it.
It looks like something you'd expect to see in a tavern, but a little dirtier. Not a pleasant sight. There seems to be something slimy spilled on the stool, and it's eating into the wood. Thinks perhaps you should sit on the next stool over. Hold on. The bartender looks tough from his crew cut to his boots. The only thing soft about him is his tattoo, which says Mama. You should take that, huh?
It's an adventure game. You need to be a club job.
You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read, B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. B. Oh, interesting note there. Alright, well, let's, can we touch people? Can we touch you? No. Can we touch you? No. Can we take your cards? No. Can we talk to people? Let's talk to people. So, what's going on with the butcher shop? Not a lot of meat in town for me to butcher these days. Now, if someone would just bring down that stag in the forest. Got any 478s? Cards, huh? The cards, they've been very good to me. Go fish! What's your name? I'm Butch Beefmeister, the butcher. You like fish? There's a river to the south by the Flying Falls, which has some good-sized trout. Got any 598s? So, what about the bakery? I haven't been able to get any supplies in since the brigands closed off the area. The bakery will reopen as soon as I have some. Go fish. The cards. Butcher's been getting all the good cards. What's your name? I am Silas Sourdough, the baker. Got any 585s? You like fish? Near Lake to the south is a huge fish, but it's pretty dangerous. Go fish. The drunken barber at the end of the bar isn't in any shape to talk, at least not coherently. The bartender's ignoring you. Maybe you better sit down first. Alright, well, let's sit down.
What about the goon?
We'll talk to him. Later. Yo, buddy, what's going on?
I'm gonna face the wrong way and ignore you.
What do you want? Can I touch you? Too much for that. You get no response. What are you talking about, no response? I want to talk to you. What's your name? This is a bar. I serve drinks. You want a drink? Order one. You want answers to stupid questions? Get out. So what drinks do you have? Ale, 1 silver. Troll Sweat, 5 silver. Dragon's Breath, 25 silver. Take your pick. Tell me about the ale. Good for what ails you, har har.
Yeah, I love good jokes in these games.
Troll Sweat? It'll go down real smooth. Dragon's Breath? It's the house specialty. Okay. So tell us about the town. What do you think I am, a guide dog or something? The tavern? This is Aces and Eights Tavern, stranger. Who's that over there? Is that Crusher? He don't like his personal affairs discussed. My advice is not to do anything that'll get him upset. So, you know anything about a Thieves Guild here in town? Hey, this is an honest establishment. You want me to ask Crusher? No. Alright, well let me give you some money there. I want some ale! Give me ale!
The only thing we can afford.
That's right. 1 well-aged house brew coming up. There you go. This tastes as sour as it smells and burns your throat as you swallow it. Still, it isn't the worst beer you've ever drunk.
That's saying so much.
Oh yeah. Alright, well let's talk to Crusher, huh? That ought to be fun. Hey there, buddy. Not someone you want to fight. Can we touch him? Hey, buddy. Oh yeah? What's the password? What are you talking about? What's the password? I don't know what he's talking about. Hello. Are you Crusher? The goon seems to be ignoring you. Says the tavern. You seem to have annoyed him. So, you're a goon, huh? Crusher bares his teeth at you. Either you are in big trouble now, or that's just his way of smiling. Uh-oh.
Run.
Ugh. He doesn't like us.
Ow.
Are we okay? Let's check. We lost a little bit of health. But our intelligence went up.
Yay!
Yay! We learned not to play games with Crusher! I think he knows something about the Thieves Guild, though.
I agree, if he's asking for a password.
Yeah, let's talk to him again. Hey, you know about the Thieves Guild? What's the password? Ach die Liebe, Schweinhund, Antwerp, Rheingold, Deutschmark, or Purple Source? What do you want to guess?
Antwerp.
Antwerp! Goon seems to be ignoring you. And we don't know what the password is. We're gonna have to find it out somehow. There's no way we're gonna get past him. Alright, well, there are 2 ways out of town. We can either just try to walk out like a normal person, or we can practice our thief skills. Hey, what's that? This place seems sinister at night. Some strange object is glowing at the other end of the alley. Nighttime? Doesn't seem like nighttime. No, the night is still young on day 1. What is that? We just see a glint from here.
Take it.
Okay, let's get it. We do a quick and check. Everything seems to be in place. Oh, well, I want to get the shiny thing. Uh-oh.
And he missed.
That coin light spell gets him every time. See that?